this will be a huge recall for when I come back in the future to be able to find some of the answers that were true, were not true, some of the things that I will do and bring back to you. This is awareness documentation. Brah.
All right. You know, it's a real blessing to be here on this earth. Today, I'm going to be doing ad walk number 2. And the reason for June 14th, 2019, this being ad walk number 2, is because I am resetting it. I am resetting the entire thing. My energetic frequency is on a completely different other level. Like before, sure, the definition of ad walk was more along the lines of me serving and giving, but the things that I was saying was more ad talk in my self-awareness, to be honest with you. Now I'm giving, and I'm giving by being the example, ad walk. I can tell the massive, and I mean massive distinction between yesterday when I committed to being deathperate, following my dying will to share my gifts. I have energy in a completely different realm. Like, my mindset is rewired. Like, I did it for myself. Congratulations. I'm so glad. I'm so glad because eventually I'm going to get my health. And when I do, I'm going to save the world. However best I know how. Which is probably performing and making music and an album and doing my thing as an artist. Great. Right now, we're 21. We're getting older. And life is wasting away. I'm getting to become me even more than I already am. I already know who I am and everything about me. So, cool. There's more things I have to discover yet of the world. So when we do that and we find out our own discoveries of ourselves in alignment with the world, then voila, we're gonna be really excited about some awesome things. I just missed the trash can. Oh well. I created a social contract today. And with this social contract, I literally had it in my 4 agreements for my coaching packages. But now it's for everybody that I meet and communicate to connect with. Okay, if you want a long-term relationship with me, you will follow and live in accordance with this social contract. The thing is, though, it's already a contract that we as humans live by. And the thing about it is that it's to keep your karma clean. It's to make the decision and the distinction with the awareness of it that every decision you make is the determination of whether you go to heaven or to hell. It is literally life and death. You are weighing your morality with an autonomy that is going to be based on your own responsibility. So when I bring you into the awareness of that, you'll either be shocked out of your mind or you'll be like, yes, you know what, that makes sense. If I'm to be responsible for my own life and my own emotions, then I will agree to this and I will treat you kindly as a human being. And then I will create a massive family that wants to be a part of me and what I'm doing. My family is called the Motivat Familia. Motivat Familia. You kind of got to say it like Italian, right? Motivat Familia. The reason for that is because this is an acronym I came up with so very long ago. It must have been in 2016. And I was doing drywall at the time. My body could still somewhat handle it. And when I was doing this drywall, I was listening to rap music. And I think I was listening to Public Enemy. If you don't know them, they're like really big when it comes to old school hip hop and rap. And they were like change the world, revolution type of group. So Motivop came to my mind. And ever since then, it's just been this term for me that means making others do everything valuable over pleasure. M-O-D-E-V-O-P, M-O-D-E-V-O-P, M-O-D-E-V-O-P. We're making others do everything valuable over pleasure. Like, literally, Motivop Familia. Motivop Familia. Okay? So, when you say it fast, Motivop, 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 it sounds like motive op. Motivop. Or Modevop. And in that sort of sequence, it means different things. So it's mode, dev, op. You split it up. Mode, evolution, operation. Okay? So it's a method for developing opportunity. Oh, whoops. I kind of messed that up. Mode, evolution, operation. Okay. Method, evolution, operation. Mode, evolution, operation. Basically, because mode means method. Evolution means we're all growing together basically to our next sense of self. And operation, it's similar with method, but we're carrying it out. This is operation, mission, motive op. Mode, evolution, operation, but also mode for developing opportunity. It's got split meanings, or method for developing opportunity. It really depends on how you phrase it. And it's also my initials. M-E-O. Mo de op. Motive op. So this is not without any critical intent. It's got many different meanings to it. And if this is the artist name that I'll be using for while I'm rapping before I get to sing and actually get my voice, because I can only hit one note right now, that's what it's going to be. Unless if I just want to be known as Michael Earthosada and I rap and I sing and my name's Michael Earthosada. Brilliant idea. I think that would make the most sense. But motive op is an expression. It's an acronym. Once again, M-O-D-E-V-O-P, M-O-D-E-V-O-P, making others do everything valuable over pleasure. This is my society. This is my family. So if you're able to do this and agree to my 4 agreements, then you're a part of my family. Like, automatically. Cool. Because you see, between black and white, you see the gray in between. And when you see the gray, you can then start to visualize and feel the colors. And that is really what my logo looks like. If you look at it, my logo has a gray envelope. And then there's white surrounding it. And then there's also black in little layers on the inside and the outside skirts. And my favorite colors, which would be, blue. I'm not entirely sure about the yellow, the golden yellow being my favorite color. But it works because both of those colors are really in alignment with my skin tone. So like I'm saying and doing, everything I do is intentional. Okay, I'm not wasting time for no reason. The switch for me over last night and today is I value my life greatly. Like I'm literally thinking about trying to travel behind cars before they pull out of a driveway instead of in front. Because if I die, that makes society end up with a liability on their own hands. I am so important that I am an asset to humanity now. So I value my life. And if I die, then the world might fail without me. That's basically, it's not might fail. The world will fail if I die. Like, this is so insanely driven and committed to being able to help the human race. Somebody said to me after they blocked me, some time ago, I can't tell you how many more people are blocking me once I'm coming into this frequency and over the past week. Like, over the past week, I've had probably a dozen people block me. And, that's just because they're not me. They have some sort of distance where they don't feel worthy. Therefore, they eject themselves. And they don't want to self-inflict harm, so they find their reason to exit the relationship and not take responsibility for anything. I'm too good of a human being, and they don't feel that they're worthy to be in my presence. So they're doing the right thing. Cool. I'm not going to chase you and try and convince you as much as I may have tried to do, because some of those people, I valued what it was they were doing, but the content of their character just isn't there. So I'm literally developing humanity from the forefront, and trying to create this massive reset where the people that are going to be on my side when humanity splits between empathetic individuals and people who are narcissistic, I'm going to be the leader of this. So, that's kind of like not a secret anymore because I just said it. I am going to lead the human race against the new human race, which is going to be psychopathic, crazy, mind-blowing people that you will not be able to trust. And there will be a war, and I'm going to be the leader of that war. Yeah, this is serious. And if I die doing it, then I go to heaven. Okay? If I die doing it, this decision making between heaven and hell, I'm fine. I'm in the clear. I did my job here as a leader. God did not create me to have only talents for communicating and connecting with people, because all I do, everything I do, is about loving and doing. Everything I love and do is about connecting with people. It's just as simple as that. I mean, we are on this planet to connect with people, and this is what I teach. At least as of right now, I'm teaching people how to be human. Here's, 282 subtopics. Here's 312 different things that I'm going to talk about in my 30 steps to live a purpose-driven life. This is your guide to being human. Literally. And I find it very, 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 very upsetting to end up having to be in a position where I have to reteach people how to be human. It's disturbing. Very disturbing. Very disturbing. Most people won't do it. Most people don't have the character to, but if they want to, here it is for you. Basically, everything I do, you want to be me, you become a duplicate of me, here's your option and your choice. But you got to do the hard work, like I did for 2 years straight. Basically, my life for 2 years was all personal development, entrepreneurship. It was me sitting in this house or traveling before I lost my car literally a year and 4 days ago. I was going around to coffee shops and doing these things, talking to people, making sales calls for branding and marketing services. And then I kind of stopped doing that, and I'm like, yeah, we have this ability to dance now. So we're going to pursue that, and we're going to stop messing around, and we're going to try and get a job to help my health. I got 2 jobs. Within the first week, both of them I was fired. And actually the second one I fired myself because the boss didn't have the guts to do it. And then when I did, they didn't compensate me appropriately. So it was all just a bad situation, and I'm not going to take another 2 years to get a small paycheck that I deserved, like in court. That's stupid, okay? I'd be spending my whole life doing things like that if I just, have lawsuits and stuff. It's complete BS. Like, look at Michael Jackson, like he would spend his entire life in court if he was upset for people, making fun of his hair burning off or something in the Pepsi commercial. Like, really, 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 really. If it were between Michael Jackson and Eminem being the whole-on black version of black and white, Michael Jackson being white like he's an angel, yeah, I don't think the gray in between would make good things happen. If they had to meet head-to-head, right? He's alive, but he's in his own place. Like, he's attacking everybody. Like, you see it. If you understand these things about humanity, you don't defend Eminem in the way that you really, really want to, because he, like, I would try and defend him, and what's gonna happen? Like, I end up saying something about him he doesn't like, he ends up attacking me. It's a massive setup for betrayal. Like, being able to see these things, I'm talking about truth and awareness and things that people won't pay attention to until they know it. And then when they know truth, all they do is seek it. So, like, if you watch my content, if you appreciate it and you like what I'm giving, then you're gonna try and become a giving person by living in your truth, and eventually you're gonna buy my stuff in appreciation of what I'm doing. I mean, if I'm helping you, if I've helped you in your life, then, eventually you're going to probably buy my stuff. Like, I will pay people money for things that I don't even need, simply because I want to benefit what it is that they're doing. That's what I did for Richard Grannon, the Spartan Life Coach. Like, I don't need to go through his products or services. But hey, here's $100. You basically saved my life when I was down and out and I didn't know who I was. You gave me a voice, and for that I thank you. Here's your money. Like this is real shit. I'm going to put all these videos on YouTube, and I'm also going to have a course for it, and it's all going to be packaged in one place. You don't have to go to the playlist or do any of the other things. You get other special things. You probably get into my Motive Op Familia, and you get a ton of other benefits. This is a new thing that I'm going to bring into your awareness. I have something called the Freedom Walk that I'm going to pursue doing. This is not my vision. This is God's vision. God wants me to bring together world leaders from around the world, literally, and have an event where we are able to gather opinions from society, from its citizens or not, and we take that into action and consideration and we act upon it throughout the next year. The following year, we are going to work on taking the opinions of the citizens and working on one big idea. And I'm not sure if that one big idea is going to be split among each person who has their own unique special talents and gifts, but that one big idea that we're going to take into consideration and apply into our mission for the following year until we come back the next year and do another Freedom Walk with new leaders. We're basically living in service of some sort of charity that benefits the world. Okay, the money that people donate and also pay to be able to have the tickets or the seats or whatever it is for this Freedom Walk, it's probably going to be a walk in nature, and it's also going to be an Indian walk where literally we have leaders at the front, very vulnerable, who are ready to die at the front of the armies that are walking behind us in a single file line. We have people walking on a trail in nature, and the person at the back runs to the front. The reason why they run to the front is because they can see in between both of these lines that the person who just spoke to me, who recently ran to the front and handed me their opinion with their name on it and said, my name is this. This is what I want you to do. I take that, I hold on to it, we put it into a box or something. I have my right-hand man, whoever it is, the person beside me, write it down or log it. And if I say, I want that, like I'll consider doing that. That's important. Put in this box, we're going to address these issues for the world. And it may just start in the United States. I don't even know if I'm going to start this in the United States, but apparently it's going to be somewhere around the South Bay right now for the first one. This Freedom Walk is basically going to save my life. People give donations for people to hear their suggestions and believe that they're going to do something about it. Not everybody's going to be considered. I mean, they're all going to be considered, but the ones that I can work on with my gifts and talents, I'm going to do. Okay? I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to give with my free time to be able to help you with your issue. Okay? And, there may or may not be a majority vote for which ones actually get to be able to follow through. But what ends up happening is if we were to have a majority vote on the internet afterward as for what thing is done, it's more like a democracy, and then I can't pick what I'm good at that point. Unless if I pick between these, that makes sense. I pick between maybe 5 different things that I can do, or 3, or whatever, and then I have a majority vote. These are things I'm good at and talented at, and I would consider helping humanity with. You can do that, okay? Give your vote, hundreds of thousands of people, and tell me which one you want me to do the most, which is the most important issue for humanity right now. And then I will do it. My best at it. Now, I'm not saying I'll succeed, but I'll do my best at it. Humanity needs hope, a beacon of hope, and I will be that hope. I will be the ripple before the rock. I will do these things that nobody else would do, and I'm willing to die for it. Yeah. I am going to need other leaders to come with me and make that sacrifice. In which case, if I can find any within the next month, I doubt it, I'm going to be the first person to do the Freedom Walk. And then hopefully this serves as an example for the rest of humanity. At some point or another, other countries will start doing their own Freedom Walk for their own governments or not. This is supposed to be an outside of government, outside of other circumstances or institutional thing. It's literally a free man's walk to be in service in between. So the Freedom Walk is really exciting. It's an idea that was born out of truth and many blessings. God, I am serving you. And it's basically a nonprofit / charity. I don't really know how to define it. And it's a one time a year event, and it's going to be really big. It's going to be very, 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 very big. Motive Op, family, I love you. Whoever ends up joining me, I love you. I absolutely love you. Thank you. for being close to me, because it's not easy to get somebody who gets to be close to me like you do. I love you. Thank you. Right now, I have 0 friends. Maybe 1. But it's not like he signed my social contract. He just hasn't betrayed me yet in a way that's morally, like, just. Okay? So, I love you. I love you so much. Right now, I have nobody. Even my family. Everybody in my life drops off of my vine like rotting grapes. Okay? People don't stick around because they're not morally correct. They're not human. How we can see this society to be. And my family is literally going to lead the world against despair, against injustice, against so many different things that are going to bring humanity as a whole into hell. And we are the leaders of light. And I am the boss. You don't have to call me boss, but consider it that we're the mafia. And I'm the leader of this mafia family. Motivat familia. You either join me or you are against me, basically. Yeah. I'm willing to take on this role. Who's willing to join me? That's the question we're coming down to. Having conversations with the right people is laughable now. Because when I give you this social contract, it's 4 agreements that are basically on your own terms, and you're either willing to do it or you're not. I will read those to you right now. I mean, they should be programmed to my brain, but I want to read them to you because this is exactly how they are and probably will be forever, unless if I change a word or two. Okay. All right. Say to yourself, I am responsible for my own emotions. I am open to self-improvement and feedback. I will communicate to connect with people and be understood. I will not keep Michael waiting without notice. The last one's for my own sanity. The first 3 matter because this is basically a moral agreement that we are all in alignment with. We just don't know it yet. So, if you want to keep your karma clean and have a committed relationship with me, you will have to follow these to be welcome in my family. Until you are ready, try not to die until you're dead. Okay? Like, it's a funny joke, but it's dang serious. You're either going to heaven or hell, and if you value those things, you're going to make this decision to be in my family like do or die. If you want to be close to me, you have to have the dying will to serve with your gifts. I'm serious now. I told you, I'm in a completely different energetic frequency than I was yesterday. I mean, I told this person, I basically became a human angel through all of my pain being born again. That is why you must agree to these terms. If you fail to follow through with them, you will probably go to hell. Because in that event, you will probably find a way to backstab me. Of course, it's not in my judgment. And there are such things as repentance, but these things are not okay when it comes to living in accordance as a good human being. Angels fight with demons, right? Is that okay with you? Are you going to follow these 4 agreements? In the end, if you don't, you will probably backstab me and betray me. That's okay, it's on you, right? If I'm alive to be able to lead this world, I'm going to do my best to bring it to justice. I mean, I've only got one life, right? I might as well do everything I can to be a valuable example, be the shining diamond that was in the rough, because I didn't know who I was. Now that I know who I am and I can see the difference between good and bad, I can read intent clearly, you know. Yeah. I'm going to do what I have to take care of the world, okay? it's pretty wild. We're gonna have a school of humans, and I'm gonna be at the head of that. Of course, I'm not gonna be teaching everybody anything. I have to do my other stuff. I have to perform. I have to lead this school. I have to have my motive up family close to me. There's a lot of stuff that I am here to do, and I cannot be sold on being a model, hair model, unless it helps me get my health and I'm just slightly compromising. Because the moment I start doing things that are not of my truth, everything is going to go to hell. I will fail. I have to be committed to my own alignment. It's so important. It's so imperative. I do not want to fail in this mission. God's got my back. If I'm leading myself into some sort of debt that is undoable, God will bring me out of it somehow. I believe this. Okay? Like, I value my life now. I mean, it's not that I didn't value it before, but I value it so that it's definitely worth saving, because I have to save other people. It's not a joke anymore. Like, I can't be selfish. This is it. This is the second ad walk. Every day. I'm not saying I'll make an ad walk every day. I'm not saying I'm going to be rewatching my videos, because that's double the time wasted. But I kind of have to put up the content. Look, I did ad talks to figure out who I am, and it was necessary then. Now it's just an ad walk. I'm probably not going to write a massive description. I'm just going to say, hey, this is what I talked about here today. And we're going to change the world together. If you're with me, awesome. If not, fine. I'll be releasing past ad talks over the next year because, well, it's content that I made that has to go out. And, it's a little late, but hopefully you're with me. And if you're starting this whole personal self-development journey, you get to know me and you get to see it happen along with you doing it yourself. You get to become self-aware and human. It's there. I'll make a playlist for it on YouTube. And, YouTube's going to be pretty big for me because now I'm in service mode. All I'm doing is giving. I can't give with 10 minutes on IGTV like I can on YouTube with this 30-minute video. I can't be as real in continuation if everybody is absorbed with short or long form content that doesn't get the entire message across. My why is to inspire people to be emotionally free so we can truly express ourselves, to be understood and live in harmony. If I'm not getting my message across clearly, then, then I'm failing humanity. And just how to be human right now is all I know how to do. Like, really. It's all I know how to do. So I teach you how to be a good human. I don't know if people will pay for that. It's kind of contradictory. If you will pay for that, please just let me know. Like, leave a comment saying, I will pay to be human. Like, you're already paying whether you like it or not. You're gonna have karma slap you around and probably murder you if you keep messing up. You're gonna make a ton of mistakes that you'll end up regretting. If you become self-aware, then you know who you are. You do more of the things that you want to do, less of what you don't. I believe that's worth paying for. And maybe it's just I'm not communicating my offer clearly, but I'm fast-forwarding your life by years. Years. And you get to remain in the present moment of time. You don't have to make a bajillion mistakes and gain the wisdom like I did. I'm 21. I've been through a lot in my life. A lot more than the average human being. I know what I'm talking about. If you have not gotten the clear conviction in what I'm saying, I'm telling you I'm going to leave the world and I'm going to try and do my best to save it. Okay, humanity is my ally. And the anti-human society that is going to go against the human race, and that is empathetic and is good, has God's grace, well, good luck. I'm here.